Hi everyone, I am Miss Amruta Zadhav ma'am, your physics teacher, and after studying all the theoretical part and even one part which related to numericals of electrostatics, we are here with the second part of electrostatics and 13th part of this chapter. After seeing this part, I am declaring that all chapter has been finished and we are going to start a new chapter. Alright, so basically in this part we are going to study more numericals which are related to concept of capacitors. Alright, so I guess and I hope you all have studied the concept of capacitor. First we'll revise something which is related to capacitors. What is capacitor? Capacitor is been given by Q divided by V, right? Its unit is farad, or we can call it as coulomb per volt. So this is basic things about capacitors. We have studied that there are many types of capacitor. In this year we are very much concentrated towards the parallel plate capacitors. So it looks like this and even it is grounded. Alright, the negative part of the plate is been grounded. We have seen that when both the plates are separated by some distance and when there is a dielectric material between them, what will be the electric field intensity, or what is the effect of dielectrics on that electric field and even on this capacitance, and when there is only air medium between these two parallel plates, what will be the effect on the capacitance. I will tell you about that. That is, if we are saying Q is equal, C is equal to Q by V, this is V is nothing but E into D. Am I right? So if E goes on increases, C will goes on decreasing. So as anything which comes into parallel plates capacitor, the energy will either, not energy, electric field intensity. Electric field intensity either increase or decrease. When we put a dielectric medium in between two plates, electric field intensity goes on decreases. So capacitance will increase. So this is the basic thing you have to remind and you have to keep in your mind while moving towards such type of numericals which deals with the study of capacitors. Okay, so let's move towards our numerical part in which we are going to study same type of example in it. So the first one example which deals with the same concept which we have discussed right now. Let us see what is it. In the parallel plate capacitor, let's draw a diagram. In a parallel plate capacitor with air between the plates. Okay, they have clear that there is air in between the two parallel plates. Alright. And this plate is having area of 6 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter square. Okay, these both are having area of 6 into 10 raised to minus 3. One thing is known to us. And the separation between the plates, that means this, is 2 millimeter. This is given. Distance or separation between the plates. Alright, so these things are given and let us see what we are going to find out. Calculate the capacitance of the capacitor. Okay, very easy question it is. Okay, so we are going to find out the capacitance. What is the formula for capacitance when there is a air medium in between them? Formula is C is equal to A epsilon 0 divided by D, where C is capacitance, A is area obviously, epsilon 0 is permittivity, and D is the separation between the plates. As we know the value for A and D, we can find out the value for C. So by substituting all the values, we are getting value as there is no need to find out the numerical or the value by using log table, but we can find out directly because very simple calculation is there. You have to just, this is 8 point, right, 8.85, so we are just have to multiply 3 into 8.85, so it is as easy as that. So there is no need to use a log table over here. Okay, so the answer that we are getting is 2.655 into 10 to the power minus 11. What is the unit of capacitor? It is farad. All right, now I haven't told you that whenever there is given things in another system, we have to convert it into a single system. So I have multiplied this 2 by 10 raised to minus 3 to convert it from millimeter to meter. So as we got value for C as 2.655 into 10 to the power minus 11. Okay, so let us find the second thing. What is asked over here? The second thing B, if this capacitor is connected to 100 volt supply, what would be the charge on each plate? What they have given, if this is capacitor and this is connected to 100 volt of battery. Okay, so what will be charge on both the plate, that we have to find out. So as we know the formula for C, which is Q upon V, what will be Q? Q will be C into V. Obviously we know the value for C, we know the value for V, which is 100 volt. By substituting, we are getting this value as, what is V? 100. We can write it as 10 to the power 2. So you are getting value for Q, which is charge, is the same, 2.655 into, only power of 10 is changing. Why? Because volt is given in terms of 10 to the power 2. So you have got the value for Q also. Now the third thing which is asked is, how would charge on the plates be affected if 2 mm thick mica sheet of K is equal to 6 is inserted between the plates while the voltage supply remains connected? Alright, have you got this question? I will tell you. This parallel plate capacitor, which was given as in air medium, right? They have told that the plates which are having air in between them. Now what they have asked us, that we are going to put another medium, that is 2 mm of thick mica sheet, we are going to insert in this. This thick mica sheet we will insert in this, which is having thickness of 2 mm and dielectric constant for that is 6. What will happen if such kind of dielectric or some medium is inserted between the two plates? That we have to find out. So for that reason, if comparison is asked over here, so we have to compare both the capacitance when air is the medium and when thick mica sheet is there inside the two parallel plates. Alright, so for air medium, the formula is C is equal to A epsilon 0 upon T, and if mica sheet, or we can say that as dielectric sheet is there, so the formula is as A epsilon 0 upon D minus T plus T upon K. Alright, so as we know, the value for D is what? 2 mm. D is nothing but the distance or the separation between the plates. It is given as 2 mm. Thickness of mica sheet, that means T, is also given as 2 mm. K is given as 6. So we have all the values over here. So by substituting all the values, or as I told you that comparison is there, so we have to take ratio of both of this. So by taking ratio, this A epsilon 0 and A epsilon 0 will get cancelled. So the only term which remains are D minus T plus T by K divided by D. By substituting all the values, you're getting this. That is C by C dash is equal to 1 by 6. So what we have to find out is C dash, right? So C dash will be, by coming to this, that will be 6 into C. Am I right? So what is the value for C? We have calculated. By multiplying it by 6, we are getting this value. C dash is nothing but 15.93 into 10 to the power minus 11 farad. Okay, so this is it. So what will be the capacitance changed? It is changed very drastically. It has been very much change in this. When air is medium, it is 2.655. When mica sheet is being inserted between the plates, it is increased up to 15.93. So it increases because intensity, electric field goes on decreases when anything comes in between the plates, especially dielectric. Okay, so here we have find out the value for this. Then second thing, second numerical, it is find equivalent capacitance between P and Q. Given area of each plate is equal to A. Separation between the plates is D. P and Q. We are going to find out the capacitance between them. Now it is been converted by 3 dielectric plates. For the first plate, K1 is given as 1. For the second plate, it is 3. And for the third plate, it is 6. We have studied when number of dielectric plates or number of dielectric slabs is been connected, they just look like when they are connected in series. Just they are looking like they are connected in series. And as the distance between P and Q is D, so there are 3 sheets, right? So it will be converted into D by 3, D by 3 and D by 3. So we have the value for thickness, that is T1, T2 and T3. What is T1? It will be D by 3. What will be T2? It will be again D by 3. What will be T3 over here? Again it will be D by 3. And K1, K2, K3 is also given. So it is very easy to find out the equivalent capacitance between both of them. So by using the formula, C is equal to A epsilon 0 divided by T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 up to Tn by Kn. But here in this case we are just having 3. So it will be only plus T3 by K3. That's it. So by substituting the value, what is value for A? I am just writing over here. They have told us that area is A. So we supposed to write only A term. Alright. So A epsilon 0 divided by, instead of T1 it is D by 3. K1 is 1. So here it will be only D by 3. T2 is what? D by 3 divided by 3. Second term. Then D by 3. Here 3 divided by 6. By calculating this, we are getting this 6D plus 2D plus D divided by 18. We have to take LCM, right? By solving this, we are getting 2 epsilon A divided by D. It is easy to find out. Okay, so this is 2A epsilon divided by D. Now, moving towards the third one. What will be the third one? Let's see that. A parallel plate air capacitor has, again, in between them air medium is there, has a capacitance of 3 into 10 to the power minus 9 farad. First they have told us that a capacitance is 3 into 10 raised to minus 9 farad if the medium in between the plates of capacitor is air. Alright. A slab of dielectric constant 3. In a similar way we are going to find out. A slab of dielectric constant 3 and thickness 3 centimeter completely fills the space between the plates. Again, the slab of dielectric is been inserted between the plate. The potential difference is 400 volt. What will be the change in energy of capacitor if the slab is removed? If slab is there, what will be the energy? That first we have to find out. And then we will find out what will be the energy when dielectric slab is been inserted. Then we can subtract them and then we can find out the change in energy. Am I right? So, to find out the energy, what is energy is nothing but half CV square. Am I right? So, to find out this, V is given but we don't know value for C. When air medium is there, that is given, right? But when dielectric constant is been inserted, we don't know the value for C. Fine, let us find out. No issues. First, energy stored in the capacitor with air is nothing but EA is equal to half CV square. All things are given. Just by putting all the terms, we are getting this as 24 into 10 to the power minus 5 joule. Okay. When a slab of dielectric constant 3 is introduced between the plates of the capacitor, what will happen to the capacitance? Obviously, it will increase. Just we have seen that. So, what will be C dash? C dash is K into C. Okay. So, what is K over here? It is 3. 3 into capacitance is 3 into 10 to the power minus 9. So, by multiplying that, we are getting C dash when a slab of dielectric material is being inserted is 9 into 10 raised to minus 9. Okay. So, this is what we got. Now, we have to find out the energy when dielectric slab is there. So, as a dielectric slab is there, I am writing ED half C dash V square. What is C dash? 9 into 10 raised to minus 9. What is V? 400, which is nothing but 16 into 10 to the power I have written because it is V square, right? Instead of half, I am writing 0.5. By solving, we are getting 72 into 10 to the power minus 5. Alright. Now, change in energy we have to find out. So, that will be ED minus EA. So, as 10 to the power minus 5 is common, only 72 minus 24 we have to calculate, which is nothing but 48. So, the increase in energy on introducing the slab of dielectric material and which is given by 48 into 10 to the power minus 5 joule. This much amount of energy is being increased when a dielectric slab is inserted. Energy is different, intensity is different. Alright, don't be confused in between them. Okay, so this is the third example, which was also very easy to find out. Now, the fourth one and is the last one is, have a look at the figure. In this figure, we have to find out the equivalence capacitance between A and B. But between A and B, there are a number of capacitors C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5. Both, not both, all are them having different values. But they have given us that between A and B, the equivalent capacitance is actually 1 mu F. But we have to find out C, no? So that we are going to find out what will be capacitance C if the equivalence is 1 mu F. So for that reason, what we are going to find out step by step we will find out. Okay. So for the first one, you can draw the diagram for each and every step, but if you are comfortable without drawing it, you can do it or you can go forward with it. So let's see. This is A, this is C, this is C3 over here, and you can see C4 and C5 both are parallel to each other, right? So let us find out what will be the effective capacitance by calculating in parallel combination. So when these are parallel with each other, we can directly add. That will be 4 plus 4, as C4 is 4 and C5 is also 4. So I am getting this as 8 mu f. So instead of writing both of this, I am writing C parallel, CP over here, and here I am having C1 and another C2. Am I right? Is this way. Now I can say that this C3 and CP both are in series. Am I right? Yes. So I can draw, or I can find out the effective not resistance, capacitance for both of them. When they are in series, we have to put a formula like this. C3 is 1. So 1 into 8 divided by 1 plus 8. So I am getting 8 by 9 mu f. So how will the diagram now look like? This is C. Sorry. This is C. This will be C. I will draw it again. C1 and C2. Only one remains, and here is the B. By calculating for this, we got 8 mu f. After removing this, we done with this. So we got here 8 by 9. Now what you can say, this 8 by 9 is parallel with series combination of C1 and C2. So either you can find out for the series combination of C1 and C2 first, and then will parallel with the 8 by 9. You can calculate. But here we have solved combinedly. So what we are saying, this 8 by 9 is in parallel with series combination of C1 and C2. So when two capacitors are in parallel, we can directly add. So the thing is 8 by 9 plus series combination of C1 and C2. That will be C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So by putting the values, we are getting 32 by 9. So only one remains. Here is A, here is C, and I am getting here as 32 by 9, which is the only one. And here is the B. We have cut all the values C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. By doing all the combinations to all of them, we have got only one capacitance, which is 32 by 9. And it is in series with this C. And what is effective of them? It is 1. So it is in series. So 32 by 9 into C divided by 32 by 9 plus C is equal to what? 1 mu f. Why? Because it is given. So by shuffling this, if we will get 32 by 9 C is equal to 32 by 9 plus C. What will be that then? 32C by 9 is equal to 32 plus 9C divided by 9. Is it right? Yes. By doing LCM, this 9 will get cancelled. This 9 will come to this side. 32 minus 9 divided by 32. So you will get answer as 1.39 mu f. So that will be the effective capacitance between A and B, which is 1.39 mu f. Okay, so this is it. This is the value for C. which is 1.39. In similar way, we can ask many numericals, even only this can be asked, or only this circuit can be asked. So you have to find out the value for each of them, and by drawing it, it will be very easier to you to solve this. So I will suggest you draw diagram by step when you are removing one two capacitance in between the circuit. All right, so these all are the example which are there in your textbook. So I have tried to solve many of them, so which are remaining that you have to solve it. And if you have any query in case of any numerical which is there inside textbook, please ask me. I will try to solve your query. Okay, thank you for watching.